Hello everyone, and today's video we'll be having a look at the temperatures. We'll also have a look at the thunderstorm advisory that will have been issued by the Net Weather website. We'll also be having a look at the air masses, how warm it will get, and today's highest temperatures. This will definitely shock you. And also at the end of this video, we'll also have a look at what is a heat wave, where is it going to be defined, and are we likely to see it or not, and also what threshold of temperature do you need to actually be in a heat wave. So if you do want to stick till the end for that, it will be really interesting to know this factor so you can share this to your friends and everything. But if you did find this helpful, if you do find this video helpful, make sure to like, share and subscribe. It really does help my channel out a lot. But without further ado, let's get started with today's video. In today's video, we'll have a look at the maximum temperatures. Firstly, those temperatures as the sun heats up the ground, which is very high throughout today already. We are starting to get temperatures up to 30, 31 isolated, peaking up to 32 or 33 degrees in some localized locations. Widely, this heat will be around parts of England, southern England and eastern Wales. Part of western East Anglia and southern Midlands will be affected by this heat. And again, that London area, the borderline of it is still in that zone, of the heat wave. But as we continue this, you can see nighttime those temperatures doesn't really drop much as we start sleeping. You can see those temperatures remain up to around the mid to low 20s, which is that categorized as uncomfortable for sleeping when we do starting to get into that kind of category. Even by midnight, that heat is still stubborn towards parts of Wales and also England, with temperatures holding up to even 23, 24 degrees for parts of the UK. It does eventually cool at 5 o'clock latest, down towards around not even 20 degrees. Some places tonight would not even go down to 20 degrees, and that's how powerful this is. You tend to get this with summer nights, but not this kind of heat in summer. We usually do get temperatures only around the, I would say 15, 16, but not around that 20 region. That's really, really severe. But now, as we enter Friday, look at that. By 10 o'clock on Friday, look at that. Already 27, 28 degrees. So what do you expect? Have a guess. What do you expect 3 o'clock temperatures will be like? And this will really surprise you. Those temperatures, again, go straight to red. Around 30, 31 degrees. Again, this is much more widespread. So when we're talking about widespread here, we are more likely to hit the record for June, which is actually 35.6 degrees recorded in England. So if we do have a chance to get that tomorrow, or even into Saturday, with highs of 32 to 33 degrees. Isolated spots, again, not surprised to see up to 34, 35 tomorrow. We got a great chance to see that in parts of England and Western Midlands. Northern Ireland will still be mild, but not as hot. Again, mostly confined towards the south, like what we do expect with heat waves. Now, again, that heat will trapped into Friday, and again, very uncomfortable night for sleeping. The lowest it goes, again, down to some places not even not even below 20 degrees. So that's really surprising already. Now, again, take a guess here. At 9 o'clock Saturday, those temperatures are already 27, 28 degrees. And take a guess as we head into Saturday. Look at that. All red again for parts of mainly eastern England this time. For East Anglia, covering parts of Bistro, Brighton, that sort of area. Central England will be affected, that very central, and also that kind of whole area will be affected as well. Last time, Lincolnshire as well. Last time we did see 40 degrees for 41. I can't remember in Lincolnshire with that very big heat wave in, I think, 2020 or 2021. But again, that sort of places where you expect this heat to be. But look at that. By 6 o'clock, that heat is still there. And by 9 o'clock, look at that. 9 o'clock on Saturday, 28 degrees in that London area. So really, we're seeing this very unpredictable pattern to see what's going on here. But again, it does subside for part of England as we head into around that 3 o'clock area, but still East Anglia is still hanging out above 20 degrees. Sunday does start to get a little bit cooler with highs up to 28, 29 degrees. And as we head into Monday, we do start to get a little bit cooler with highs of 24, 25 degrees, which is where we expect for summer conditions. Not too hot, not too cold, perfect conditions if you guys do want to go out on these days. But here's the early thunderstorm advisory issued today at 9 o'clock. This morning, we have got this region of very widespread stretching from down towards southwestern England up towards Wales, up to Midlands and part of western to eastern Scotland, and even up towards the Lourik Islands, which will be cut. These areas, part of northwestern Scotland and also southeastern England will miss out this time, and also Northern Ireland doesn't look like we're going to see this, and as not Republic of Ireland will be seeing this as well. So we're seeing a risk of thunderstorms, but this early thunderstorm advisory on Saturday 21st of June. We'll look at all of that tomorrow to see if that's going to happen. But today all I'm having is this screen right here. Large hail potential across Midlands and also that England area. Very much smaller though around that impact area where we get large hail potential. But again, that is still chance for this to develop. Still around 2 days away, so uncertainty is still here. But let's look at this. The 850 HPA temperatures. This displays those temperatures at 5,000 feet. Now, this can really help people if they want to see whether or not it's a heat wave or not. This can really help if these digits go up to nearly above, I would say 15 degrees is where we start looking temperatures up to 30 degrees or more, which is where we are right now with temperatures with 5,000 feet temperatures up to 19 degrees for parts of England and Wales. So what is that? That's very high. Even up towards Scotland, we go up 15, 14 degrees, and even look across the whole country, we're basically getting this mild air. And again, that 20 is very nearby off the coast into France as well. That 2021 just making its way up across the Channel Islands onto Saturday. Again, it does fade to much cooler conditions down towards 1-2 degrees for 5,000 feet. And again, look, it goes very mild once again as we head into Tuesday morning. Now, let's look at today's maximum temperatures up to 33 degrees in Lakenheath Royal Air Force Base. Second contestant, 31.8 degrees in Heathrow and 31.5 degrees in Norfolk. So nearly to 32 degrees in that London area, especially central London, where with all the buildings at night time, it really have this glitch. We have all the buildings at night time, and then those buildings trap heat. So in the center of London, it will actually be warmer. That's why I think this is measuring that 31.5 degrees. But even at Heathrow, we're getting up to 31.8 degrees, but not enough to beat this 33 degrees by Lakenheath Royal Air Force Base. I know this was actually taken at around 4 o'clock today. So the hottest hour right now is around 4 o'clock. But the lowest one here, 29 degrees by Middle Wallhop. And still that is 29 degrees. That's still warm for the UK, especially we're not used to those temperatures like what we have in the equator. But the heatwave threshold is the last thing I want to bring your attention to. And this is really important because if you do want to know when it's going to be a heatwave, feel free to actually learn, because I'm going to teach you what it means right now. So this is, you can see many colors on here. We have got dark red, and some pink, and light pink as well, or light red. Can't really see that, but heat wave threshold and the daily maximum temperatures. So For example, let's give this a simple shot. You can see I explained as simple as I could, but for Scotland, the heat threshold value 25 degrees. If you don't know what the threshold value is, it means how high those daily maximum temperatures need to be for the specific region. So for Scotland, it's 25. Match the colors on here. Scotland is 25. If we're talking about somewhere here where we got darker red, we'll say around 26 degrees is the threshold. Moving down towards East Anglia, which is right here off the coast, 27 degrees is the threshold. So, for example, we'll need to get above 27 or above for daily maximum temperatures. And in that London area, 28 degrees is needed for the daily maximum temperature threshold. 28 degrees or more. So you get what it means now. Now, what does this tell you about heat wave? It tells you nothing. But what I'm going to explain now is the next thing right here. So this all makes sense when I say that these temperatures needs to be reached 3 days or more in order to be encountered as a heat wave in your region. So, for example, take part of East Anglia, which is 27 degrees or more for 3 days or more. So for 3 days or more for East Anglia, for example, you need to get up from 27 degrees or more. So you know what I mean? If it's 3 days in consecutive as well, not separate, but 3 consecutive days or more in East Anglia is over 27 degrees. So this is what I mean by this thing right here where you need a heat wave. Take another example for Scotland where you need 25 degrees for 3 days or more, 25 degrees or more for 3 days in a row, consecutively or more, and the daily maximum temperature again is 25 degrees, not the minimum temperature, the maximum temperature needs to be 25 degrees. So again, hope you understand that. If you have any doubts about it, feel free to ask me in the comments. It is quite a confusing topic, so do ask me in the comments. If you don't understand, feel free to do so. But otherwise, let's end this video today. Thanks for watching this video, and until next time, goodbye.